The feeling of relief just freed up my mental RAM. That on its own was huge.
Got a successful business, team of 8, we've cracked $1 million revenue mark. I've got a happy home, wife, 2 kids. But just every now and then I'm feeling flat. I ride these high highs and low lows, but I just don't know what's missing.
Yeah, well, that was me. And honestly, I feel like it's most entrepreneurs. I think entrepreneurship is this wrestle of bipolar, manic. I feel like, and I don't mean disrespect to anyone from a clinical perspective of bipolar, but these high highs, these victories, and also I think the pressure that comes from risk and that comes from hiring people and that comes from, essentially you are in control of a variety of people's livelihood, right? Not control in the sense that you could turn it off and switch it on in like a narcissistic kind of way, but if you make the wrong decisions, then that all falls apart. And I used to ride those really high highs and really low lows. I mean, we became the 9th fastest growing company in Australia, and in that same week, I'm having like an emotional breakdown on the beach in 𝗕𝗔𝗟𝗔𝗡 in Melbourne, kind of looking up at the stars, going, what the hell am I doing with my life? I was building my business; it was having a great impact. Like, I love the work, I love working with our clients, etc. And just with the overwhelming noise and I guess pressure, all the new things that were happening. Like I'd never built a business that had grown that quickly. I was so far out of my comfort zone. It really started to wear me down, to the point where I remember there was this 2-day period where I just watched Netflix solid for 2 days, just totally binged. There's a few things that helped me. One is fairly functional, and it was the master to-do list. I came across this book, Get Things Done. I forget the guy's name. Essentially, one of the things it said is that if you're managing a to-do list in your head, your brain won't be able to turn off because it's trying to juggle all these balls and make sure you don't forget anything. By me writing down every single thing I had on my to-do list, which included like ideas for holidays that I had, and like, I've got to process that mail, and I've got to hire that person, I've got to have that, like, every single thing. And I came up with a list of about 250 things. And just by coming up with that huge list, the feeling of like relief. Now, the key is that I had to put that in a spot that I was going to process it every single day. But the fact that my brain knew that there was a spot where that entire to-do list was just freed up my mental RAM. That on its own was huge. The second thing was, for me at least, was having a morning routine. So now my morning routine oscillates between lifting heavy things in the gym, shooting archery, doing some yoga, starting the day with an ice bath. I've converted an ice chest in my garage full of water. It's at 4 degrees. I jump in there for 2 minutes every morning and just bang, all of the fog and the fear and the doubt. Like, if I can control my autonomic nervous system to relax in 4-degree water, I can do anything for the day. And sometimes I go into that bath feeling really flat. Like, I don't want to do today. I want to hide under the doona. When I get out of that, I'm lit. And I've never experienced anything like it. I came across it through Wim Hof, and he said, it's great for an immune system and it's great for depression. And I wouldn't say I was depressed, but I certainly had those flat spots. And for me, that morning routine of being physically active and straining against heavy things, relaxing against the cold, opening my body up through some yoga. And for me, archery is this kind of yin yang precision relaxation sort of a process. And there's something cool about being able to hit long distance targets downrange, exactly where you put the pin. And that just brings me back. And then if on top of that, I've got a clear mission and purpose, then everything in the middle, the noise, I can process. The moment I allow my to-do list to get out of control and it's all in my head, the moment I'm not physically pushing my body to its absolute limit at least once a week. And yeah, the ice water stuff just really forces that detachment from the stress response system, and it forces my body to relax. And I think that trains it to be able to relax in the rest of the time. So those are the things I'd say. Get your to-do list in order, create a morning routine.